but they are automatically applied based on exactly, yeah. Yeah, so you'll claim all three, and then whenever you're taking a trip applies to each one, it'll automatically pop up. And then lastly, like waiting for your driver. So once you've confirmed your trip, you'll be able to track your driver. Usually the estimated wait times are pretty low in Sierra Madre, so you won't be waiting too long. So you'll want to head to your pickup location when they're close. And before getting in, you'd want to confirm the license plate number. Likely the driver will confirm your name too before you're getting in the vehicle. But it's a nice feature in app. You can actually track the location of the driver, their estimated time of arrival, has information about the vehicle type, their name, their license plate number, just so you can confirm, you're actually getting in the right vehicle with the right driver. And then, yeah, after your trip has been completed, payments handled automatically, you have the option to rate your trip after it ends. And you also have the option to tip if you would like. This is completely optional and is not covered by the Sierra Madre vouchers, but you do have the option to tip the drivers if you would like.
And the tipping can be sometime later, or does it have to be when you're in the car?
It can be sometime later too, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that's like the in-app experience, which we see most of our users are booking trips using the app. But if for some reason you prefer dealing with a live agent, or let's say you don't have a smartphone, we do have the option to call in to book trips. And so using the number 833 use Uber, you're able to actually speak to a live agent and book your trip. And the way in which they communicate details about your trip is through text message. So they'd book a trip for you, your voucher would be applied, and then you'd get a text message that says, Matt's on his way to pick you up in a gray Toyota Tundra. He'll be there in 3 minutes. And so you would get information about where your driver is, what time they're going to get there through text messages. But there's no need for you to have a smartphone or even the Uber app downloaded to your phone. You can do this all over the phone with a live agent.
We'll get into some of the other features that the Uber app has. This is an additional offering of Uber to try and gather or meet riders where they are. So again, to Chelsea's point, just a really nice feature to have to make sure that if you don't have a smartphone, it's okay. You can still take part of these programs.
Yeah, again, it's very simple. Just dial 833 use Uber. It's available 7 days a week, 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. Like I mentioned, you don't need a smartphone or an Uber account. An agent can actually set up an Uber account for you over the phone, and it works with any text-capable phone. The only caveat here for folks who are using this option, Sierra Madre does need to add you to the voucher program before you can book trips by calling in. And that's it. I'll pass it over to you, Matt. Do we have any questions so far? Okay. Oh. One way, 250, correct. And again, James, too, like these parameters are always we can always modify these. If you get like feedback, that's something we could work together on over the course of the program.
Yeah, and the 10 trips per month is really for launch. We want to see how this thing works.
Yeah.
We would love to increase that, but we have to kind of keep an eye on our budget for it. But that's my goal.
Yeah.
And the 10 trips is one trip, one way?
One way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking round trip all the time. So the 250 or the allowable trips, one trip is just the one way, not coming back.
That's right. Yes, Kathy, that's right. So let's say you guys go to the doctors and then you're going home. That would be 2 trips, and total you pay $5 out of the copay.
But that's a good question too.
Sure.
Let's clarify. If you use 10 trips for medical, do you still have 10 trips for local?
You do,
And you
yes.
still
correct.
regional.
Correct.
Yes. A lot of trip options.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chelsea. I'm going to talk a little bit about Uber's support and safety. I think something that Uber continues to build on is our reputation for safety and making sure that you all have the tools in app to make sure that you are safe, that our earners are safe, and that you can share information with your loved ones or trusted contacts, as you'll see in the next few slides. So there's always there are two ways to get help with a trip. Most of these are in app, where you can go through looking back at some of your trips into your activity report. If, let's say, you think you were overcharged or there was a cancellation or what have you, you can always go back into your activity, pick the trip, and then scroll to the help button for support. Again, this is in app, and you can chat with our support agents on the app. You can also request a phone call. Keep me honest on that, but you can also request a phone call through our chat agents. And these are just highlighting where to go down to your activity, to your specific trip, and then to the help button. So again, just how we think about safety. It is really about a platform that is safe for everyone. So our core features and ongoing technology innovation. I don't know if any of you have taken an Uber ride lately. If you are stopped too long in your journey, your phone will get pinged saying, "Hey, is everything okay? We've noticed you've been stopped for a while." So innovations like this continue to be the core of the way we think about safety. And also recently in policies, protections, and partnerships, a great example is we've just expanded our ability to do background checks and what we cover in those background checks. Again, we are leading the rideshare industry in doing those kinds of initiatives and also sharing it with other ride share providers. So we have a network of information and safety for our earners on the platform. So you are all empowered to ensure that you're getting behind. The folks that are servicing your trips are your neighbors and colleagues and friends that have gone through a pretty rigorous process. So it is at the core of everything that we do and think about here at Uber. So these are just some things that happen before your driver gets behind the wheel. Every earner on the platform is screened for a background check. It's 7 years plus a very wide scope of history plus driving history. These are refreshed yearly. You also need to provide appropriate identification, so social security information, and license plate and photo. But also, once you are in the platform, again, as I said, this happens yearly. It's refreshed. So a lot goes behind making sure that the folks on the platform are rigorously screened to make sure that you are all having the best possible customer experience. And a note on kind of feedback, the ratings, they matter. Anytime there is a 1-star rating, let's say you had a really bad experience, those are taken very seriously at Uber. And so our drivers, earners on the platform are always incentivized to give you all the best experience, because if you get anything lower than I think it's a 3 or a 2-star rating, that raises serious flags for us. So that instantaneous feedback loop is what helps keep us accountable. So, sure.
As far as the feedback, does the driver know who gave that feedback?
No. So for the recording, the question was, does the driver know who is giving that feedback? If you get a 1-star or 5-star, no, they do not. That is not shared with them. This is some of my favorite parts of the Uber platform is your in-app safety toolkit. So these are features that will allow you to access emergency services right away. So from that button, you'd be able to call 911, share your location, and other key safety features that we have built in app. And so part of that is making very discreet reports. Let's say there's unsafe driving or whatever might happen on the road. You have the ability to report that in real time in a very discreet way. And then these, like Uber safety team, we have a global safety team there's monitoring these trips 24/7. So there is a whole team behind this that will allow you to report safety issues, but then also follow up and ensure that proper processes are followed. So that is right at the touch of a button for you all in the app. So that's safety. Going into accessibility and the features that the Uber app continues to develop for folks with varying degrees of disabilities, whether it be visually impaired, vision impaired, sorry, I said that twice, hearing impaired, whatever the challenge might be. There are options within the Uber app to make it more accessible. So things like, this is one that we've worked really hard on with a lot of different groups across the country for folks with guide dogs or service animals. This gives you the option to self-identify as a rider with a service animal. All drivers on the Uber platform are required by law to accommodate all trips with service animals. There is a zero tolerance policy for those kinds of denials. This is just one step in helping build out the rider profile to make sure that the drivers know, hey, this person is coming with a service animal, and that is just one of those things that you'd be able to do, along with other disabilities as well. If you are hard of hearing, blind or low vision, all of these can be built into the app where you can choose your different kinds of communication methods, preferred communication methods. So really trying to build out the application to make sure that it's meeting your needs. So that is, again, one of the several features that have been included into the Uber app. Again, I just talked about the self-identification with the service animal feature. That, again, that is part of this self-identification for varying degrees of disability. So you're able to navigate the app in a way that meets you where you are. And some things with just some features, so riders with or that are blind or have low vision. This is the ability for the wireless braille display to be compatible with the Uber app. For folks who are deaf or hard of hearing, we have the assistive technologies that vibrate and with visible and vibrating alerts. So when your ride's coming, when it's 2 minutes away, it will have different varying degrees of those alerts. And again, in-app messaging, real-time translation. There are over 100 languages in the Uber app. So you can go ahead and communicate with your Uber driver in your language, in being able to choose which of those languages is most appropriate. And then just folks, seniors and folks with cognitive disabilities, this is one of my favorite features of the app is the trusted contacts. This is where you can share your trip status with whether it be loved one, siblings or daughters, sons, whoever is going to be in your kind of circle of care. This allows that trusted contact to be able to see where you track your trips, make sure that you're getting to and from where you need to be, share the status of your trip without them having to be there. So a really awesome feature that also enables a lot of independence. And this is one of our latest features. I think it was released last year. It's called Simple Mode, where essentially it is a setting on your phone where you are able to turn on Simple Mode in the sense where it allows you to only see the necessary information that makes it a lot easier. So there's no advertisements, there's no other services. Let's say that there's a Uber Direct, for example. You won't see any of that kind of stuff. It is just purely the ride selection panels for you, and then and a family organizer invites riders who have a senior account into a family profile. So if there are several of you using the Uber app, or that are part of the same family, part of the same household, you can add them to the family profile. So all these features are shareable. We also have the ability to have kind of all of your trusted contacts in one place. And this is just going through what the home screen would look like. It's a simplified home screen. The location finder is a little easier to say, where are you going, where do you need to go, and the ride you're selecting is simpler. So again, just going through the ride booking process, everything just gets simplified and very straightforward. There's no kind of distraction. So just an easier way to navigate the app. And this is the Uber support. Again, there's in-app support for vouchers, but also this phone number to help you all in the event that you need help with any of the trips that you have taken. So that is a little bit about Uber safety features, our support that we offer, and this is, again, all available to you all within the app as part of this program and regular Uber users. So we've got lots of time for questions. Yeah, of course.
Once you're in simple mode, does that affect non-voucher rides?
So just to repeat the question, if you are in simple mode, does that affect non-voucher rides? So that would, simple mode would always be present, like it would always be present. So that's just the way that the ride hailing part of the app experience for you will look. It'll just be, it's Chelsea, I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
It's for like your whole experience.
Yes. Yeah. So the app just becomes simplified. The ads will go away. The ability for you to call the rides are going to be just a little bit cleaner and more upfront and simpler to navigate. So, but that doesn't just happen just with the Uber, with the vouchers. It is just the way the app will be set up if you turn that mode on. You can also turn it off at any time. Any questions? Any other questions? Yeah, of course.
One more that probably sounds very strange. I really appreciate now that the rideshare apps are coming with a complete bill that shows you exactly what you're being charged.
Mm-hmm.
As far as tipping, we usually like to tip our drivers. Do you tip on the base fare, or do you tip on everything that includes the amount that goes to the healthcare, taxes, all of that?
So you would see it, the tip added on to your receipt, but that is a separate line item that goes straight to the earner. So it would all come out on one receipt.
Okay, but in terms of like trying to figure out a percentage, like 15 or 20, do I do it on the base fare, or am I supposed to do it on all of them?
Oh, so you'll see like the cost of your trip, and that is the number that you would use. It's $18. That it would be 15% of the $18. So but it would show you trip amount, and then you would see the percentages or dollar amount you wish to leave. Of course. Yeah, of course.
All right, and I just want to repeat one thing that Chelsea said. First of all, thank you, Matt and Chelsea, for coming down and allowing us to record this. I think it's going to be very helpful. For the medical voucher, we did our best to identify the hospitals, the doctor's offices, and stuff like that. If your doctor's office or your destination is not included, please contact the city, ask for James Carlson, because we can add it to the medical voucher. And that's really what we are concentrating on. That was probably our primary focus, is to make sure people can get to their medical appointments. So I'm sure we didn't find everybody's office, so don't hesitate to ask. And again, thank you for all of you for coming. Thank you for Matt. Thank you for Uber for setting this up. And thanks to our city council for taking a chance on this. And we'll just have to see how well it goes.
Thanks.
And thanks, Chelsea. Yeah.
Thank you. Do you all have any questions or anything we can do like with the app? I know, Maria, we can come and help you set it up. Are you all good?